Woke up this morning, got the radio on, sipping cold coffee, knowing the day will be long. Just waiting for James to call with his PZ name, but the hours keep passing, feels like a fool's game. I got the rig already, tuned to every band, but I'm stuck here waiting with the mic in my hand. Oh, I'm sitting here waiting, just wasting my time for James to activate, to hear that call sign. Gotta catch him once just to get through the day, but it's hours of silence while the minutes slip away. Then finally I'll hear him, that sweet PZ in tone, and I'll be free to leave that radio alone. I skipped my lunch, man, just waiting for the call. Dinner's getting cold, now I ain't hungry at all. The sun's going down, but James still ain't on the air. Got me pulling my hair out, sitting in this chair. Every minute that passes feels like 100 more. Just need to work James and I'm out that door. Oh, I'm sitting here waiting, just wasting my time for James to activate, to hear that call sign. Gotta catch him once just to get through the day, but it's hours of silence while the minutes slip away. Then finally I'll hear him, that sweet PZ in tone, and I'll be free to leave that radio alone. Clock keeps ticking, but my heart stands still until I hear James calling. I'm stuck here against my will. Oh, I'm sitting here waiting, just wasting my time for James to activate, to hear that call sign. Gotta catch him once just to get through the day, but it's hours of silence while the minutes slip away. Then finally I'll hear him, that sweet PZ in tone, and I'll be free to leave that radio alone. Now the day's finally over, and I got him on the air, but tomorrow's another way. Guess I'll be back there, free for now, but just until it starts again, sitting by the radio, waiting for that PZ in.
What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zoo November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by, your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It is Sunday. Time for a little bit of shenanigans, a little bit of good music. And that song was really funny because I was just thinking about the people who are waiting today, and the band conditions just said, no, not going to have it for you. But it is Sunday shenanigan time. Before we get started, we're going to thank these guys right here because they are absolutely awesome. And you know, it's about time. It's about time to add another name to it, I think, because last one we had was My Toy Ostrich, and you know, he's tired of being the rookie. So let's get him a rookie replacement. Also, YouTube members, equally as important. And again, the last person to join that rover was Whiskey One Whiskey Charlie, and he was out there doing that rover, showing he wasn't scared today. And the ever-changing board that did not change. We did have a few donations last week on the stream, but nothing. Everybody stayed in the same place. Dan, what's going on, buddy?
I think, speaking of Whiskey One Whiskey Charlie, he's doing a little rover right now in these horrible band conditions today, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. Happy not hump day. Shenanigans. Almost did it. But right up there, it says shenanigans. Maybe I can read it. Episode 112. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Whiskey One Whiskey Charlie. Kapow was first in the chat. Kelly Rose, KI4, JAV. What's going on? Kent Kilo 9, Alpha, Echo. Chris, Whiskey 0, Charlie Golf Charlie. Good to see you, buddy. Andy Callie is in the house. And Toby, Alpha Delta 2, Charlie Delta. Josh, Keeler 4, Lemur, Indier is here. Scrolling on down here. Where did my scroll go? Hello, YouTube. Mike, 88KB. There, we got it back. 88KB. What's going on? Ronnie, Kilo Oscar 4. Zulu. Romeo X-Ray is here. The Ham Radio Adventure guy, whoever that is, said good evening, everybody. I think I've heard that name a time or two. Terry, Kilo 8, Golf, Quebec. He says, hey, coach. Ham Radio over the coax, K0OTC. Richard, Kilo 6, Romeo Delta Juliet. Good to see you, buddy. Been a long time. Dennis, Alpha Delta 9 Whiskey Mike. The extra jumbo marshmallow in the house, Martini. Mommy Noodles is here, Alpha 0 Zulu, or anesthesiologist, antitryptamine 0 zucchini. I guess these are hard for me to think of, man. Kilo Oscar 4, November Lava. What's going on, buddy? Chris Harris, Whiskey 8, Oscar X-Ray. It was a rough day today, buddy, for sure. James Walker, Dad's in the house. Kilo Delta 9 uniform, Delta Victor. RFing around. That's Victor Echo 3. Juliet Lima November when he's up in Canuck land, or N6NRD when he's here in the States. Hello. Frequency Frontiers, KY4 GM. Happy Sunday, everybody. Shenanigans, episode 112. James, what's up, man?
Not a whole lot. Congratulations, Fred. And finishing hunting Florida today. That's a big state. 400 and some parks. So congratulations to you for that. That's awesome accomplishment.
I'd be a lot closer if they knew what 40 meters was.
Well, they do. Man. They do in February.
In February. There was a new park today in Atno in Florida. I saw spot, and guess what? Straight to 20. Yeah.
I knew that one was going to happen last night, and I really wanted to get it this morning. I knew there's going to be several people, but I didn't. I didn't have the time. I had too much to do. Imagine that. Yeah. But
oh, you just heard it here first, buddy. Map.Poda Ninja is back up. We're getting the data updated though. So thank you, James.
Ooh, looky there. I've had several people ask me about it, and I didn't even bother to ask him because I already knew what was going on. But people go crazy when things go down. I didn't even fuss at him this time.
I'm about to shoot you a message, James of the North, here on Discord real fast. Something I noticed. But yeah, man, it was a bad day for ham radio. Man, the bands were just horrible.
You did work me at that last park, correct?
Yeah.
RFing around.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was you. you were kind of light, and the band was just, like Dan said, absolutely horrible. Every stinking activation I did today was just, it was just. I can't say a struggle, because if I say a struggle, PP Man come out of nowhere with a big board and smack me upside the head because he says I don't struggle. But to me, if I get under 60 or 70 contacts in a very short period of time, it's a struggle for me. So the bands were struggling with me, and 20 meters was just, you could forget 20 meters.
Yeah, it was bad.
I don't know what the deal was with 20 meters, but
Terry got a lot of 2-2s today.
I think I may have gave one of them. That's how bad the bands were, but.
Maurice, what's going on, buddy? November 7, November Hotel Sierra. Howdy. Mobile from Montana to Seattle.
That it's part of the radio game. You gotta deal with it. If you get in Discord and you hear everybody complain about the bands, how horrible they are, and how much people are struggling to get their activation, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to go out. You just don't pay attention to that. You go out and make your own bands. You make it happen, and that's how people's grown to rely on. Okay, well, James will activate today. I'll get some QSOs.
Richard said he worked Dallas from North Oregon on 10 meters a day. I didn't do much 10 meter work. And normally I love 10 meters because so 10 meters is basically the new to me park band that I hit a lot because I can hit them overseas like butter. But yeah, 20 and 40 was definitely crappy.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I was doing today, was 20 and 40. Now, yesterday I played a little bit yesterday. it wasn't really. I did like a really weird band rove yesterday. So did I did 40, and then I did 20, and then I said, it's 4:30. I jumped to 60 and did
Mhm.
60, and then I jumped back to 17. And I know people's like, what is he doing?
The Ham Radio Adventure got net control station, our Rove net control station, Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta, is going to be activating in the morning. Don't miss it.
When she says morning, she means late night for us people who don't go to bed at night.
Right.
She makes it rough for me to get her sometimes. We'll just say
That is true.
And of course, people like her, when I say morning, they're like, "Oh, so afternoon."
I was mad at the band today because Mobby Noodles activated and I couldn't hear him on 20. So sad.
Yeah, it's not that I get up in the afternoon and they call that morning. It's just my first activation to me is morning. I look there at 8 or 8:30.
Yeah, Toby, that's going to be about 4 hours too early for James.
No. I won't say 4 hours.
3.5.
I'm normally up by 9, but I got a lot of stuff that I have to do. I have to get orders packaged and ready and go to the post office before I go activate most of the time. And people don't take into consideration. People think all I do is POTA, but there's more to it than that.
Well, if your boss wasn't such a slave driver.
He is. He's an absolute slave driver.
I know, right?
I mean, he is literally this week had me sitting and studying POTA maps, like just studying them, seeing where he can get the most of what he needs, because I'm going to 1,000 this year. There's no and if buts about it. I'm going to 1,000, and any chance that I can get anything new to me, it's going to happen. I've already told my buddy that does the deliveries. I'm like, if you're going anywhere outside the state of West Virginia, I want to know exactly where you're going, because if it means I can ride with him and get a park or 2 or 12, I'm going to do it. So
might as well take the opportunity.
For free, it's called free. I call that free POTA. Just like Friday, Sherry had her IME, and they paid her to go up there and see that doctor. So therefore, I got free POTA. I got 2 new to me parks doing free POTA, because gasoline ain't cheap. I don't care.
We need new for us. That's right. We're going to revolt. Chris, we should walk around, with picket signs. New parks for us.
Well,
new parks for us.
New parks for you guys. Hey, thank you very much for the Rove tax. That's another thing, how bad the bands were. I went to his frequency when I got to that last park, and it just was just massive, just noise. There was I couldn't hear nothing but this weird noise. And then he hunts me 10 minutes later from his mobile.
Speaking of tax, again is on. If anybody wants to hunt him, he's still down in Florida. He's at 14,293, and he's going to owe us some tax here.
Me and him had this big discussion the other day, and he was telling me how bad Florida sucks for POTA.
No.
Now he's telling me that Florida sucks for POTA. I take a month out of my life every year and spend in Florida.
Yeah.
Because POTA, I just made over 11,000 QSOs last month in Florida on every band imaginable.
That's right.
But he was wanting to tell me, he says, in Michigan, my antenna goes out in every direction. Well, you know what? Stop using QRP, because it goes out in every direction there too, but you got to cross some water in some of them.
That is true. It should be easier to cross the water, to be honest with you. All that salt water around him should make him a QRP dream down there.
I killed DX when I'm in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely kill it.
I mean, it's not bad. James likes it when 40 meters is his money band, and he doesn't run it that often in Florida.
No,
because just because of the density of people, which is understandable. But during a normal activation, when James is in Florida, he spends a good amount of time on 20, but you can tell on the higher bands when he gets up there, there's activity because he'll stay on that band for 45 minutes. Even though you might not hear him and you might not hear people calling him. If he's there 45 minutes and you're watching the spot page go crazy.
You can guarantee that people are hunting me because we all know I don't like to call CQ.
That's right. Kyle says, this is an interesting one here. After this, Kyle says, come to Missouri and we can hit 50 new to you parks over a couple of days.
Hey. That might be something that's in the books to come.
7,200. Never heard anything like it. Swearing, cursing, stateside. Man, that's all right. So 7,200, buddy, is basically our channel 19 of 40 meters. It's just as long as they can find their lidism around there and don't spread out on the rest of the band, just let them be. Let them do their thing.
Here's the thing. I wish the FCC would just crack down on all these other lids that are not on 7,200 and give them the alternative. Like, look, you guys can either go play on 7,200 with the rest of your kind, or you can lose your license.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't bother them if they lose their license. They'd still do the same damn thing, But yeah. Yeah, 7,200 and 7,215, 7,203 around in there. It can be pretty brutal, especially on weekend nights.
I activated on 7,215 today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we try to steer clear of 7,200 over here, brother. And it's a good place if you need to tune up your rig. As Whiskey Zero Charlie Golf Charlie said, that's a good place to do it. So.
Absolutely. Or if you want to do an audio check.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, thank you very much for the super chat, Maurice. Hopefully you've been activating some more. I know you were doing you did your first activation not too long ago. Hopefully you're getting some more activations in now.
Look at Terry with his zinger right here. That it all started when they got rid of the code requirement. It
all started when people stopped doing PSK 31 and started doing FT8. That's what's wrong. It's what's wrong with Ham Radio now.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe we could do PSK 31 on 7,200.
We could. Listen, those guys are like special kinds of lids because it doesn't matter what you do on 7,200. It entertains them because they literally they'll log in and start doing PSK 31 just to see who your call sign is, just so they can go to other frequencies when you spot there and aggravate you.
Yeah, psychos. That's right. They are psychos.
I know, because I'll tell you what. One night when it was on 80 meters and them guys thought they were going to run me off, well, I finally ran out of contacts. So then I run an 80 meter net that night. Then I went and did CW on the same frequency on 80 meters. Then I went to SSTV, and they literally were staying on the band. And one guy was over there, and he's like, "That one was Kilo Echo 8," and he sent a picture of he was literally telling them.
Yeah.
They're a special group of people, that's for sure.
Yeah, we try to leave them alone, and hopefully they'll contain themselves to there. It's people just trying to talk over each other, running God knows how much power. I'm sure many of them are running well over legal limit, and they if you're bored and just want to tune in for a laugh, sometimes it can be pretty entertaining. Sometimes not.
And Mark, the thing is, the call signs that they give out, they're not even legit call signs.
Yeah, most of the
time. They're just
yeah.
Absolute. It's a cesspool is what it is. It's an absolute cesspool. It's almost like the POTA Facebook page.
Every once in a while, a gem comes across there, though.
Every once in a while there was, and I was really, really tickled because I found one. And it was a dad with a young girl making her first QSO ever on the radio. And
Nice.
that QSO was with me. And I found that today. Somebody sent me a message and I went and watched it. And
That means a QSL card is going out in the mail.
that means that one's going out in the mail. As a matter of fact, that they also emailed me today. And
Perfect.
I that's the one time you can guarantee a card going out.
Lucy. There you go.
So
I did work you today, Woody. Yes, sir. One of the few people I worked today because the bands were just horrid.
you happened to work me.
I did.
You worked me today, and you didn't even need to.
I know. Isn't that something?
That's just something.
I got you on late shift.
Because most of the time, Dan gets me on late shift. He's like, "Oh, cool, I got the day off."
All right, I think I'm done with this.
I think I'm done with hunting James.
And for Turd is lurking. Wasabi. Going on, brother?
You should have posted one more comment before Woody did. That way I could have seen turd in a row.
That's right.
I
was going to say something. Oh, about the gems on Facebook. So this is how weird the POTA Facebook group can be. And I don't know why I love reading it. I do, but anyway. The people reply to questions that don't make any sense whatsoever sometimes. Like somebody can ask, what's the best, well, not the best, how high do you put your end fed into a tree? That's the question. And somebody inevitably will reply with something that totally not even related to the subject. Somebody would just reply like randomly, like, I normally drive to the park. Okay, thanks. I don't understand. It's funny, though. As high as I can string it. That's right. I got an air cannon in the back of my truck, Shannon. I put my throw sack in the air cannon and I pump it up with about 60 psi air and I flip that handle with it. I can get it about 150 feet.
I'll give you my favorite one, Dan. So,
Oop.
All right. So, if we look here, Dan,
Okay.
I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 yellow dots, and they're all in the screen area here.
That's a
so
16.
If I'm in the screen area, is that a 16-fer?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Activate the hell out of
it. It never ceases to amaze me. Guys, do your research.
Some of them are valid. Some of them are kind of funky. Like somebody asked, there were 3 dots close to each other. They were all within the same forest. One was the forest itself. The other 2 were different entities. And he asked if this would be a 3-fer. And I said, no, at best you get 2 2-fers out of that if you're in the right spot. But you can't get all 3 of them at the same time.
Right. And some of them are, legit questions like that. But some of them they're just ignorant the way they ask them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Shannon, man, just make one, dude. Like $15 in your PVC parts. PP moved down to 7283. Is that 83? Yeah, 7283. Eddie says he's got a cow mooing over the top of him. See, now I want to listen. Now I want to listen to this just because it's shenanigans. I want to see if I can hear this.
I want to see if you can hear a cow too.
I might help him out a little bit here. Let's see. I got to get my radio booted up.
I don't know if I doubt I could hear him from here.
7283.
Oh, if he's on 40, I know I can't hear him from here.
Yeah.
Kilo Echo 8, Papa Tango, X-Ray, QRZ.
That's pretty good here, doesn't it?
Oscar 4, Sierra X-Ray Hotel.
Bill, good to hear you, buddy.
Sierra X-Ray Hotel. You don't sound the same, sir. You're 5'9".
5'5",
Should I hit him QRP?
November, Charlie Mike, thanks for the activation.
All right, check this out.
73.
Roger, Roger, William. Have a beautiful day.
QRP.
Kilo 2, God bless America. Kilo 2, GEA, you're 5'9", Richard.
I wonder how much power he's running.
Thank you so much.
I don't hear any. I don't hear any cows though.
55 right now.
I don't hear the cow either.
Carolina. Roger. Roger, Roger. Running 5 whiskey from Foxman.
I'm gonna do like he does. QRP.
Roger, all right. 7-3. Have fun out there. God bless you. God bless America. God bless America. Have a great day. Whiskey Delta 4, Delta Alpha November 5'9".
5 and 9, 5 whiskeys.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, okay, here we go again.
Appreciate it, buddy. 7-3.
Roger, Roger. 7-2.
Here we go again.
I didn't hear a cow though, man. I wish I would have heard that.
You probably were on 5 whiskeys.
I was.
Five.
Really.
5 into your amp.
No. I didn't have the amp on because the amp screen here. Let me transition again. The amp screen is right up there, and you just seen the forward power go up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, that was legit. 5 whiskeys. Can you believe that? Kyle said it's better than one of those screaming goats, like in the Taylor Swift meme.
Well, Kyle, you know what? I like those goats, those little fainting goats. But we actually did an activation up in Dayton one time where we had a fainting activator. It'd be his turn for a QSO and he'd be snoring.
You had to wake him up. That's right.
We won't give no names, but we'll give call signs. Q, wait, go back. Oh,
Is that Richard? Kilo 8 Golf. Yeah, yeah, that's Richard. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, speaking of Dayton, it won't be long, man. It won't be long. Dayton is just around the corner. Before that, I got Murphy. That's my next.
Yeah,
big thing.
I need to start looking at Airbnbs or something.
Yeah, I got to find someplace else too because the place I wanted to stay. It's funny. So I wanted to go down Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's available Wednesday and Thursday. Well, no, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday.
Not Saturday. Yeah.
Not Saturday. So yeah, I'm not gonna stay, then leave, then come back and stay. So I guess I got to find someplace else, which really sucks. I really like that place.
Do some primitive camping with Turd.
You know, if I had my own Yoda and my own setup, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. Look at that. QRP from Florida to Oscar November on 5 whiskeys. You know, I might do that, Turd, because I do got a tent. I have tent will travel. James, you have a tent you can fit the neighborhood in.
which is quite comfortable when it's cold.
Am I looking at a specific area in Murphy? No, just anywhere. I'm not picky.
Last year I stayed at a place called, I think it was called the Fox's Den or something like that, Shannon. But they're, like I said, they're booked for that Saturday.
Fox's Den does not sound like a bed and breakfast. Just saying.
But I don't know. I'll find someplace. I'm sure. That's what's coming up next. Well, other than traveling to get new parks.
Missouri, 50 of them. Let Kyle hook you up.
Yeah, but I'm trying not to travel super far. I'm probably gonna. It's supposed to get nice this week.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, really nice, like 70s.
Dang.
And if it does that, That's because you've booked every room there for every week, Terry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does have a point, Terry.
But I've got 16 of the 40 that they added in West Virginia that I still got to get because they're up north. I did confirm with Pete that he can give me a ride down into the canyon because you got to have 4-wheel drive for that. And then I've got 30-ish in Kentucky that I still can get.
Yeah.
The king has not been doing many new parks. I would beg to differ about that. Because I've been getting new ones on a weekly basis anyway. Andy got snow this week. Oh, not new for you. No, I probably can't do new for you. You've done wiped out everything in the country, buddy. It'll be hard for me to find. 1810 is new. That's right, Toby. I actually did a park that was not new. That was new to me, but was new to several people when I was out in Ohio the other day. I had several people tell me thanks for the new park. And they meant it, not like all the people that give me at 1810.
Right. Yeah. Because we say it all the time, right?
Every time I activate it. Oh.
Yes, sir. 1810. You can make it an app note for the 1st of April. That'll be great.
The only problem be you're going to re-break POTA again when you got to put them all back in on April 2nd.
Yeah.
Because that's only a little over 500 activations now. 500 times. Speaking of which, James, I would like to request what is it? What is I called it the other day? A Eagle Kilo.
There you go.
If you activate a single park 1,000 times, you should get an Eagle Kilo.
That would be something. Yeah, an Eagle Kilo. Jeep.
And there's plenty. I wouldn't be the only one to get it either, because there are people that just activate one park all the time.
Oh,
that would
sure.
drive. People ask me all the time, like, you've activated Chief Hogan so many times. It's not like I activate it every day.
You should.
No, I shouldn't. Even though it's across the street, I shouldn't. No, I got other parks that I got to do.
That's funny.
Terry says Fox Forest is coming up probably this week. So there we go. If we do Fox Forest, that'll be a new one for me. And there's also a fish hatchery that'll be a new one for me up there, Terry. Fox Forest will be a walk-in, and me and Terry's going to walk up to the overlook.
Yeah,
when we do that one. So that's going to be an interesting.
I think you talked about that one earlier, going up to the overlook. That you can activate it, not there, but it's just a better place.
Yeah. You can activate it from down low.
Yeah,
but we're gonna walk up to the overlook, and that one will be pretty fun.
Kilo Oscar 4 Golf Bravo. What's happening, Mo? Good to see you in here today. You know, pull Terry around in your wagon. There you go.
Well, I did plan on bringing the wagon, but that was working the other way. I was gonna make you use your girlfriend's 4-wheel drive hover around.
Yeah.
And tow me up the hill. Mo's so happy that I'm back in West Virginia because he can hear me on 20, 40, or wherever I go now. he was limited to that 40 meters when I was in Florida.
I was limited to 40. Yeah. Every now and again, I can get you on 20, but it'd have to be CW. 20 voice was really rough. Oh, yeah. It's spring your clocks forward. Otata said, didn't think it was time for the stream because it was still daylight.
Yeah, that means that it is now 8 o'clock Eastern time. For if I say late shift, that they'll fuss me out and say no, it's not. Your late shift is by the park. Blah 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 blah. But you know what? I'm old school. It's 8 o'clock late shift for me.
I always call it late shift anyway. Yeah.
UTC day over is always late shift for me. I don't care. You know, it is what it is. So that's always going to be a late shift to me, and most people, because everybody who will get you after the UTC, you know, and you know, I've been in parks before where I'm doing the early shift, as I call it, and I'm technically in late shift.
Oh yeah, I think even new activators are kind of calling it late shift rollover for the new day, just because that's like the common vernacular, even though it's not proper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all know what you mean when you say it, because we all know dang well you're not going to actually activate an early shift. You know?
Listen, believe it or not, I activate more early shifts than I do late shifts. Matter of fact, for the 9th, which is today's date, I have one late shift and 1, 2, 3, 4 early shifts.
Like a true early shift, or before UTC early shift.
Before UTC.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't believe in that true early shift stuff. Well,
that's what Toby's going to be doing. Now Toby's going to be doing a true early shift.
What is the times for that?
Oh, for Chief Logan?
Well, okay. Yeah, I forgot it is by park.
Well, most of your parks there are going to be about the same because you're in the same time zone. Your early shift is going to be 0700 UTC to 1300 UTC. Yeah. So that would be 3 a.m. Eastern to 9 a.m. 9, 10, something like that.
Well, you know, I could do. I've done plenty of early shifts.
Yeah,
I've activated after 3 a.m. many a times.
You used to do them all the time when you were working. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, it's getting nicer, and it's getting that time to where I'm going to start staying out a whole lot later doing it, because you know if I can keep you people who get up and do these early shifts, as you call it, up to hunt. Used to be, you know, it was no problem. I could go out 1:30 at night. No problem, 1:30, and I'd get 60, 70 calls easy. Now you go out at 10:30 and, you know, you get activated, but it's not by much.
These old people are in bed, man. You know?
Terry retired, and you know, he thinks he's got to go to Hardee's every morning and drink coffee for 7 hours.
That what he does? He remotes from Hardee's. I knew it.
He said today, he messaged me and was talking about how bad the bands was. And he said, "I'm just going on to eat." He said, "These bands ain't worth my time."
Well, Richard, you are old, man. You old as dirt, just like the rest of us, brother. Welcome to the club. There's another older right here, Chris Cole, Whiskey Zero, Charlie Golf Charlie. We're all in a big family of hams that are old now. Oh man, look at this, man. We might have an in here. How many of you all? How many are you needing? How many are? I'm having a stroke. How many need rooms for the trip to Murphy, so I can check on it for you and send me information? I need one.
I know. I need one, and Dan needs one. I do not know. I can ask around and see who all still doesn't. A lot of people's got them, but I can ask around. But definitely, myself and Dan still need one.
Because it's either that, or I'm just going to go crash on Josh's couch. 56 next month. Yes, sir. You qualify. Absolutely.
56, that's so young. You should still be activating daily.
All right. Charlie Golf Charlie said he might. Bravo, Bravo says yes. Turd says the band sucked. Yes, sir, they did. Miss Donut said, yeah.
So that's 3. If most still needs one that we know already.
An hour away is not bad, Terry.
And if Chris needs one, that'd be 4.
Hour away is not too bad.
Well, I don't want to be an hour away because I'm going to be there beforehand and I'm going to be activating. So I want to be closer to where I'm going to be heading out. So
yeah. Oh man, tired today. Bands were crazy, rainy, stormy all day. It's just been a dreary day. Been thunderstorms all day here. Still going on now.
Well, he says he just turned 39. No, you definitely not in the club yet, bud.
You're getting there.
No, he's not. Dan's not even in the club. He just wants to pretend.
Close.
Yeah,
I don't know what the plans are yet, Turd. Just play it by ear, man. Have fun.
Well, there
Saturday.
is a meet and greet which is on Saturday, Turd. But I'm going to be there pre to that. And there's several of us going out on a 20 Park Rove. So.
Maurice has socks older than 39.
That's interesting because I would love to know how you had socks that made it through the dryer for 39 years.
Yeah. And you still have them in a pair. And one's not floated off in the limbo.
Maybe all his socks are exactly the same. He'll put in 10 pairs and he'll pull out 9.5. And he'll pull out 9, then 8.5.
That's right.
He's now got 1 pair left from them 39-year-old socks.
Yeah, Sherry said just let's get a big house and rent the whole dang thing. When is the 20 Park Road? That's Saturday.
No, the Saturday. No? Saturday is the meetup.
Okay, because I'm planning on being there Saturday and coming back on Sunday, so I'll be back here by 6.
The meetup is definitely Saturday. I do know that. Michael could tell you when the 20 Park Rove is. Not Maurice, but Mo, because I do not even know the date. What's up, Brian?
Hey, buddy. Truffle butter.
He said I didn't say they matched. There you go.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't have socks last 1 year, let alone 39, because between the dryer eating one of them and the sock moths eating the rest of them, because you always end up getting a hole in one spot or another.
Oh man, be a lot cheaper. Yeah, just rent one big old house and have a big slumber party.
Yeah, but that's the problem too, because you got people like, for example, Dan's coming on Saturday and leaving Sunday. I'm coming on Wednesday, leaving Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Different
Yeah.
people are coming different times and stuff like that would be the problem, because you get whoever was there the longest paying for the whole thing for several days or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, but the good news about late shift changing is now I can get off stream and actually do an early late as long
That's
as as I time it right.
Yeah.
So, I cannot do Chief Logan early late today because I did late shift last night. But I have other parks that are very, very, very close.
You can do it. Yeah, you can. Just have to do it on PSK 31.
Yeah, there we go. Do PSK 31 on the early and then switch
That's
to.
right. Yeah.
Actually, I could do CW because I didn't do CW last night.
$95 a night for 4 people. Kyle says Riddy. Not PSK 31. Kyle says Riddy.
Riddy. I wonder if the setup is any different for Riddy.
Yeah. How'd you do during the Riddy contest, Kyle? By the way, we won a couple weeks ago. I have not looked on any scores. So.
That's somebody who needs to get their license. Carissa is with the Donut Queen. Carissa needs to get her license.
Nice. Yes. Brian says YouTube needs a bigger like button. People see it.
Actually, YouTube needs a like button that if you don't press it after the first 10 minutes you're in the stream, it just throws you out. And you have to keep coming back in. It's kind of like the people who use the free N3FJP.
Right.
They keep getting those stupid ads every few QSOs or whatever. So it should just kick you out, and you have to keep coming back in, and eventually you figure it out. You just got to push the like button. And if you've been in 3 streams straight and are not subscribed, it gives you a warning notification says you cannot watch the next stream without subscribing.
I didn't know is there a free version of N3FJP that does that?
Yeah, you can download you can download N3FJP and use it, but you keep getting a stupid notification thing like every so many QSOs, and it's like real annoying. Like it shuts you down. You couldn't be in a pile up with that thing.
It should be, to be honest with you, because for the price of N3FJP and the entire suite of software you get,
and it's a lifetime,
is reasonable for a lifetime. Yeah, you pay one price, that's it. Lifetime updates, it's a banger of a deal.
So it's simple. If you're going to use it, just pay for it. It's not that bad. And like you said, if you do any of the field days, you've got the software. If you do contesting, you've got software.
Any of the major contests, yeah.
So
awesome.
It's definitely worth it.
Look at that, boy. Brian done did math. 65% is not a passing grade for viewers.
65% of y'all is all just click the like button. I mean that's pretty horrible. That's why we don't do more giveaways here.
Mo said if they made a version for Android, I don't see that happen. I don't think N3FJP is ever going to port to Android.
No, it's definitely not. I have no problem taking a laptop to the park. I prefer taking a laptop to the park. The only problem I have is I run my battery dead, and my laptop will not charge off of my battery. So I am getting ready to actually go to a tablet, and then I'll be running the H2K, the Polo. But I'll still be using my N3FJP as my master log. All my H2Ks will go into my N3FJP.
That's what I do here. My station log, my master log for the station, my hunting log, and everything else is N3FJP.
See, now I don't do that. My hunting log, I log them in QRZ.
Your what log?
My hunting log. I do.
Wait, what?
I've got at least 15 hunts, bud. At least.
It's just so easy for me because I use the POTA Plus extension for Chrome, and it also works on Edge because it's Chromium based, right? But when I hit spot and log, it'll respot you on POTA, and it will pop it over in my logger roll. It's just part of my workflow. It automatically logs them for me.
So most says the thing is my laptop is for digital. My laptop is also for digital. That's not a problem. I literally do my PSK 31 and everything from the same exact laptop that I'm logging from. It's not a hard thing to do at all. Not a hard thing to do at all. Look there, we're at 83%.
Well, only because of less viewers.
I guarantee. Yeah, that's right. People's like, oh no, if we don't get out of here, we got to click the like button.
Yeah. Abort.
Yeah.
That's right. That's my whole setup right there. Easy POTA. I'm gonna get me one of those easy buttons and put easy POTA on it. Every time you hit it, it sends my call sign.
Speaking of easy, you know what's really, really annoying? First off, I love my Howl headset. I absolutely love that thing.
Yeah.
That thing is just amazing. But we'll address this in a second. But so they give you a push button. Not that I needed their push button. Okay, I've got push buttons. But if I buy the Howl adapter for my Yaesu, plug it in, and I go to use their push button, the plug-in is not the right size. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, you would think it would be. That's weird.
Luckily, the one PP Man made me is the right size.
So they make you get like a little adapter, like a 1/4 inch to 3.5 adapter you need. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird size actually.
Really?
I'll have to show you. But anyway, so Mo says for SO2R at the same time. Okay. So you're using your one laptop is logging for your digital, and then you're logging on your tablet for your sideband. Is that what you're saying? Because I'm intrigued about this myself, because I'm wanting to do some SO2R, and I was thinking about that myself. I'm like, how am I going to log that?
Do your PSK 31 on your computer, let it log to N3FJP, and do your sideband on Polo on your tablet. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir. If nobody has checked this out yet, Ham Radio over the coax mentioned call sign stacking, and Ham 2K is a game changer. Go check out Ham 2K here on YouTube.
So this is where I get to say some of my favorite words.
Look at
So call sign stacking. That's for you normal people.
Yeah. The non-savants. Go check out Ham 2K on YouTube, and me and Sebastian.
So Liz was talking to me about that, and she's like, "This is a game changer." She said, "I can type this and this and this and this and this down, and then I can call like like James does out of his head.
That's right. Me and Sebastian did a live stream about the upcoming goodies and features in the March 25 release, which should be out to your hopefully next week soon. So go check it out. Call sign stacking and call sign expansion are both going to be in March 25 release. Good
I think
stuff.
he was working on that, getting all the bugs out this weekend, wasn't he?
Yep. I haven't ran across anything on mine that I've been testing. So.
Mo, I actually have a tablet and keyboard coming this week myself, but that's not so much for the running 2 radios. It's more for I'm setting myself up to do a lot more PODA live streaming. So just random live streams, not just a certain live streams. Of course, we're going to keep doing live streams like we're doing, but a lot more PODA live streaming is getting ready to come up. That'll probably be starting in April. I've got a couple of pieces. It's going to be interesting to start using.
If you start live streaming your PODA activations, you might want to get you a sensor button, first of all. And second of all we're going to hear over and over again is Kilo 8 Golf Quebec. Kilo 8 Golf Quebec.
That's great. Anyway, I think let's see who put it in. Anyway, Frank is next. Somebody put it in the chat. I think
Tank is next. Tank.
I said Frank.
No, Tank.
What do you think Tank's name is?
Oh, that Frank. Sorry. I thought you, man, I'm going crazy today, man. Like I said, it's been one of those days where you just can't go out and do anything because it's been so miserable outside all day, and it has my brain whacked.
Ham Radio Shenanigan Hour's on. No, James and Dana's on. No, Ham Radio Shenanigan Hour's on.
Like people arguing over a bacon bit or something.
What, you got some?
A senior moment. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it does. No, I don't have any bacon bits. Sorry.
Anyway, he's coming up next, and I know what's coming up next for me. It's called that PODA thing. So
an early shift.
Well, we'll see. It's probably going to be an early late. It's probably going to be one of those 10-minute early, rest of the evening late shifts, because I got to. I don't get to go across the street and do it. So,
yeah. Well, you're already activated for today there, so it doesn't matter how many you get. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably still do a different park. I'll probably do Tomlin.
I need one more at Cornstalk, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I know you do, and it is like this close to an eagle for me.
Yeah.
So you still got several activations left to get it.
Oh yeah.
So it's that one. There's several that's really close to eagles for me. And most of them are on that particular
route.
Route that I take. So it's coming.
Kilo Quebec 4 and Alpha Delta Juliet got his first kilo this week. Awesome, buddy.
Hey, congratulations. That's awesome. Welcome to the addiction of kilos.
You keep activating, they'll keep stacking them up.
Listen, that's the greatest saying ever, because I never have to change what I say. And if somebody says, hey, man, this is our 30th contact, or somebody says, hey, man, this is our 5,000th contact, I just say, you keep hunting and we'll keep stacking them up.
That's right.
So, yes, Dean is one of those, Mo, if that's what you're talking about. But anyway, all right, we're getting ready to head out of here. Dan, you got anything interesting coming up besides you're going to work and you're going to hunt PODA?
Absolutely not. I'm going to wait for James to do a early and a late shift and catch him on the radio. And hopefully everybody has a good week next week. And thanks for joining us on Shenanigans.
That's right. And we'll catch everybody on the air very soon. Thanks a lot, guys. And thanks for the donations. 73.
See you.